quiet. I hear the thunder that comes from far away. It's like a noise in my head. Oh, this world hurts, this world hurts. It cuts you deep and leaves the sky. Oh, this world hurts, this world hurts. It cuts you deep and leaves the sky. We need to get out, 'cause things fall apart and it frees your heart. It's no longer the same. 'Cause things fall apart and it frees your heart. It's no longer the same. We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. All we need to do is to get out of here. We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. All we need to do, we need to get out of Oh, this world hurts, this world hurts. It cuts you deep and leaves the sky. Oh, this world hurts, this world hurts. It cuts you deep and leaves the sky. We need to get out, 'cause things fall apart and it frees your heart. It's no longer the same. 'Cause things fall apart and it frees your heart. It's no longer the same. We need to get out here. Oh, this world hurts, this world hurts. It cuts you deep and leaves the sky. We need to get out, we need to get out. We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. All we need to do is to get out of here. We need to get out of here. We need to.
All right, quick status check before we actually start the engine. We're getting really close, guys, but the most important thing to do at this stage is to check for oil pressure. Without it, the entire engine could be destroyed. So let's check for this. I have my external oil pump here, which feeds straight into the block, and that helps prime the system. However, it only pushes the oil forward and doesn't push it back into the pump. So what I did is I grabbed my wrench and I turned the engine counterclockwise a couple of times with the pump on, and that made sure that oil got into the pump and primed it as well as the rest of the system. So now everything should be primed, and the last check we should do is actually to go inside the car and turn on the ECU. And once in here, we can actually turn on the power. And we should see I have an oil gauge here, which is that last one, and I also have oil pressure down here. So right now it is reading 0 bar and it is beeping at me because low oil pressure. So what we'll see is, and if this works, that would be great. When I turn this on, it should start building pressure. Yes, there we go. And now, let's see how much we have. It looks like we have about 3.4 bars. Gauge is showing about the same. So yeah, we're pretty good on this side. At least the sensors work. So now I can actually turn this off. And the car beeps at me again. And now if everything is right, when I try and crank it, it should build pressure. Yep. So I'm seeing up to 3.5 bars, which is perfect. When doing so, obviously I remove my spark plugs and cut the fuel so that the engine can spin freely without any stress on the bearings and everything is safe. So now that the engine is fully primed, I can go ahead and remove my pump and put the spark plugs back on the coils, and we should be ready for the first start. So the coils are connected, the spark plugs are on. This thing should be ready for the first start finally. I am not connecting any of the cooling. This will come later. I just want to make sure that the engine runs. Also, don't have any exhaust, so I'm a little bit scared that I'm going to trash the firewall. But for a first startup, this should be okay. So I'm going to set the camera aside and try to go for the first start. That is so not what I wanted to see. Also 0 fuel pressure, so. Alright, so this is not what I wanted to see, and it is totally my mistake. I forgot to unplug one of the lines from my external pump, so I basically ran the oil circuit open. This is not what you want to do. The good news is we have oil pressure. The bad news is we have no fuel pressure. I don't know why, I'm not hearing any sound from the fuel pump, so I'm going to check the wiring and then the relay and anything in between. So as it turns out, I simply forgot to plug in my fuel pump. So now it's plugged in, I've cleaned up the floor, filled up some oil, plugged the hole, and we are ready for try number 2.
A few minutes later.
Now I can hear the fuel pump running strong, but we are still at 0 fuel pressure, so I'm guessing the fuel tank is simply empty. I'm going to put a few gallons of fuel in there and see what happens. Me. Such an idiot. And we have fuel pressure, finally. So that was the issue, gas tank was empty. So now we should be ready for try number 3. Third time's the charm, let's go. Alright, so I found an issue. I was seeing 98% of throttle position on my dashboard, even though I was not touching the pedal, and the throttle blade is definitely closed. So it led me to the throttle body, and I got to check the TPS, which has 3 wires. One is ground, one is power, and one is signal, so those were easy to diagnose. And it turns out whoever built this car had swapped the signal and the power wire for some reason. So I was getting the full 5 volts and my ECU was reading 100% throttle position. So I don't know how this happened and how the car even drove with this, but here we are. So I swapped the wires back and now we can check inside the car. So I hope you'll be able to tell, but this is my throttle position. It is now 0%. If I press on the pedal, it goes up to 100%. So now this is working perfectly. With this fixed, let's see if the car will start. Success! She works! She's really not happy though. We finally have a running engine. This is a huge milestone. So now we know the engine actually runs. It was running like crap. There's probably a ton of things wrong with it still, but she runs. Now I can finish assembling the rest and especially put the exhaust on and the wideband so that the ECU has some feedback control over things. And from there we can check timing, we can check temperatures, let it warm up completely, which is really important. Those first few heat cycles should be done in a controlled environment so you know exactly what's going on with the car and can diagnose anything wrong with it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I always appreciate the support. So comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!